This is from the top.
Yep. It's a lot of money.
Some people might look at Duryea Davenport and see a juvenile delinquent, angry at the world.
Close the case and the verdict was that I murdered him.
And 3 years ago, he actually was all of those things.
Who I was when I was 17 was a man with no structure and really had no cause or goal in life that I recognized.
But after spending the last few years at a maximum security detention center for armed robbery, Duryea steps to the mic at the Audio Logic Studios in Seattle.
Don't leave me.
Now a man pursuing a dream.
You only get one life, but you have chances to change your life and you make your own destiny. And for me to see this is a gateway, an opening, a stepping stone.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like that.
That's right there. That's it.
Music, it touches something in the soul and in the spirit. Whether you're doing hip hop, rock, grunge.
Play that 2 more times.
Duryea is one of 14 other young men recently released and part of the I Am the Music project, created by Danny Pearson of the group 100 Black Men of Greater Seattle.
Girl, you gotta stay back with me.
So I think our youth, especially at the facilities that were providing mentoring, prior to that, they had lost their trust, I think, in, male role models.
Why you stepping your Samsonite, girl?
28 Seattle area mentors have stepped up this year, teaching young prisoners how to use music as therapy.
It's right there in my memory races. I write my life, my pain, my passion, my joy, my struggles, my obstacles I've overcome, all that in my music.
That is the chord.
Pearson says mentorship is essential for young men like Duryea. His father died in a drive-by shooting.
And my mom has been in my life off and on, but I really can't depend on her because she's fell victim to drugs.
With only a year under its belt, this program is just getting started. But for Pearson, this is a victory.
So we're hoping that if they learn nothing from this, that they'll get that basic foundation to succeed in life. And the music is just the hook.
Just think one more.
In Seattle, Tanya Mosley, King 5 News.
Along with learning how to record music, the students also learn about the...
It's a gallery opening for a budding artist. A young man, new on the scene, brings a fresh perspective, photos of nature with a viewpoint never seen before.
S-E-E, I want to see.
He says, I want to see the hidden light.
I-T, I want to see the hidden.
Severely autistic, 19-year-old Forest Sergeant learned to communicate by using a letterboard.
Is a kind of light.
Nonverbal, Forrest had never been able to speak to his parents before that. When he surprisingly used the letterboard to change his life.
And we said, well, Forrest, what would you like for Christmas? And he spelled out camera. Let's take some pictures.
Now the camera is Forrest's voice, and his pictures show his inner world.
I think he's picking up about the isolation of autism. Just one, I'm alone.
An isolated boulder, a single tree. It's a lonely voice that his mother hears.
There's somebody in here. I can't control my body, but my spirit's there, my heart's there.
Forrest lives at Fircrest School, a state institution for the disabled.
Here, is that better?
On weekends, his parents take him to shoreline parks, where beautifully shared days become stunning photos, now on exhibit and for sale.
Why? Buy? Oh. S, buy my photos. Hey, not bad.
Doctors said Forrest would never be able to communicate. His parents never gave up hope. Then, with a camera, came a breakthrough.
Here he was, and it changed our world. It really did. It changed our world.
In Olympia, Linda Brill, King 5 News.
We're going skiing. America on the July 4th, that's the best thing in the whole wide world.
It's a most uncommon opportunity, a chance to blend our slaloms and our patriotism, all while declaring our independence from a most oppressive winter.
This is the second time this has ever happened at Crystal Mountain. The last time was in 1999.
Oh yeah, this truly is t-shirt skiing weather. I am perfectly comfortable, but I can tell you this, there are people out here today who are taking this Many steps further than I'm willing to go.
I was determined to be up here because I thought it'd be the only day in my life that I could wear a bikini on the mountain and in the lake.
It's a commemorative moment indeed when we in Western Washington can support our country and our alpine economy on the same day. Throw in a warm, sunny day, and you've got an event.
Incredible. I mean, skiing on the 4th of July is amazing. I would much rather be here than anywhere else.
1,000 skiers and boarders made the trip, making for fairly lengthy lift lines that nobody seemed to mind. And with a brand new $8 million gondola to pay off, it's been the perfect ski season for Crystal.
It's definitely a good year.
And a great way to end it. But for some, the day isn't over yet. They have some of that other skiing to do.
Double dipping. I'm gonna water ski and snow ski in the same day.
At Crystal Mountain Resort, Gary Chittum, King 5 News.
Number 1 at 5. King 5 News starts now.
I've lived here for over 40 years, and I've never witnessed anything this traumatic.
Cries of terror as the scene unfolds at one of Seattle's most crowded tourist spots. A driver loses control and creates chaos near the Pike Place Market. Good evening. 3 people are now hospitalized, 1 in intensive care.
This unfolded near Seattle's landmark Pike Place Market on Stewart Street minutes before noontime. King 5's Glenn Farley has been there most of the day. Glenn, what exactly happened?
Well, I'll tell you, this has been a powerful accident, especially the way it affected some people. Now, police say a Subaru station wagon was coming down Stewart at a fairly high rate of speed. It went up onto the sidewalk, hitting 2 pedestrians in the sidewalk, came down, hit a produce truck that was pulling out of the alley behind me, and pinned a 3rd pedestrian between it and the produce truck, and she was pinned there for a long time. For Remigio Ramos, an apartment window becomes a front row seat to horror.
You know, I saw the tremendous crash, and I heard this lady hollering and screaming, you know.
A young woman pinned between the front of the Subaru and a produce truck that was pulling out into the alley. It's the screaming of another human being in agony that plays over and over in his mind.
And my first reaction was, I gotta call 911.
There's another man lying bleeding in the street, people running to help.
And there was a lady that she must have been a nurse, you know, that was her day off, because she was working on him, and she was mouth to mouth giving him, trying to, you know.
This guy. A lot of people saw what happened.
Just like me jaywalking, that could have been me, you know.
Dennis Leclerc almost stepped in front of the Subaru at the top of the hill at First Avenue.
He was coming down this way, and it kind of looked like he swerved or something like that. I don't know, maybe if his cell phone dropped or something happened.
He says one woman in the street was clipped by a mirror, then it got worse as the car hit the man.
The pedestrian on the hood fell off. The gal that was pinned in between the car and the produce truck was just excavated from the scene.
A painful scream.
For Remigio Ramos, the view out the apartment window will never be quite the same.
And the scream of the lady, a painful scream. Oh.
You're gonna make it. It was a very difficult day, as we said, for some people. Now, believe it or not, the woman who was pinned between the truck and the car, she is listed in satisfactory condition now at home.
Dennis, just what we don't need. It is raining again here in Issaquah. There is only one road closed remaining tonight, and this is it. This is Newport Bridge. And as you can see, usually the bridge goes over Issaquah Creek. Take a look. Parts of Issaquah Creek are going over the bridge, damaging many homes and businesses at Gilman Village.
Oh my God.
Issaquah shop owners survey the damage. Parts of Gilman Village and Gilman Square are underwater. And it's time to see what's left of their stores.
Pretty bad. Yeah, about 6-8 inches of water through the whole place. What are you going to do? There's nothing to be done. The water's got to get out of the parking lot before anything can be done.
Inside the Gilman Antique Gallery, the large store is swamped with creek water and mud.
Oh my God.
Next door, at Sisters Antiques, items are floating in floodwater. Owner Patty Green couldn't save her precious merchandise.
It's so ironic, all the things we put inside last night to protect them, and they probably have worse damage from being inside than outside.
It's It's amazing that an urban creek can cause so much damage. Issaquah Creek runs through the city and next to many homes and apartments. Road crews quickly clear drains, but the creek gets the upper hand. Now it's a scramble to move out of this mid-century home on Front Street. Audrey Ellingson has lived for 30 years along the creek. It's often threatened her home. This morning, it rushed in.
We have stairs that go downstairs because I have a furnace down there and everything, and the water just started climbing up the stairs. But we stopped the water there, but we couldn't stop it coming up from the heat ducts.
Well, since the last big flood in '96, the city of Issaquah and private enterprise has spent millions of dollars dredging Issaquah Creek. And the city officials tell me they believe that had they not done that work, could have been a lot more damage this time. I'm Linda Brill, reporting live in Issaquah.
This is not Brian Webb's normal uniform.
This is the bike club uniform.
The Bellingham-based Homeland Security pilot, usually airborne, is grounded today.
I'm here to compete in the World Police and Fire Games.
Went through 36-38 officially.
Vancouver and the suburbs have hosted the event for a week. It features 10,000 cops and firefighters from around the globe competing in more than 60 events like cycling. For many of these participants, this is like competing in the Olympic Games.
Italy, you got Denmark, South Africa, Germany.
Lacey firefighter Scott Torkelson and South Kings Paul Murnaugh have won medals.
Thanks a lot. It really is like the Olympics. There's people from all over the world here.
It's great to win medals and everything up here, but it's the camaraderie, the people you meet from all over the world.
The local competitors say this large international event hasn't bogged down Vancouver traffic, and there haven't been major complaints. Except maybe that everyone can't win. It wasn't Webb's day today. A crash threw him out of the running, but for the 49-year-old weekend warrior, it didn't matter.
It was a great experience. Just to think the Spanish thought I was a threat that's a pretty good thrill. Yeah, this will be a memory for a lifetime.
In Surrey, BC, Chris Daniels, King 5 News.